Hey guys, what's going on? It's Manuel King Clutch here. Today, guys, I'm going to be telling you guys another story. But guys, first things first, you guys can enjoy this My Part gameplay, guys. This game is very close, so hopefully you guys do enjoy that. I could have used this for the Running with Randoms gameplay, but I decided to use this for story time, guys, because this game was more entertaining. So anyways, guys, I'll tell you guys, this story time is going to be about how I ended up at a Comic-Con event, like, we didn't even mean to go. It just literally happened by complete accident. It was a complete accident. We didn't want to go. We didn't even know it was there. We always make fun of the Comic-Con crap. I mean, okay, so here, I'll explain this. So it was, I think, 2 years ago. It was when the Dallas Cowboys, my brother's favorite team is the Dallas Cowboys. Same thing with my aunt and my cousin. So they all really like the Cowboys. They were playing the Detroit Lions in Detroit. So, we went over to Detroit. We went over to go to the Lions game and everything. So, because, my brother really likes the Cowboys. I knew it was, guys, the game was, really close. The Lions ended up winning, the last 2 minutes of the game. It was a really sick game. So, anyways, besides the point. So, we were going on to Detroit. We were staying in a hotel overnight because the game was at 1 o'clock on a Sunday. So we stayed in a hotel Saturday night, and then we, I think it was actually all weekend. We stayed in Friday, Saturday, and then we left Sunday after the game. So we were doing that. We were just hanging out at the hotel, chilling, just trying to, we were going to go to the hotel, heading over to Detroit. So we get over to the hotel, we're pulling into the hotel. It was a pretty nice hotel. The price of the room wasn't that expensive. We had no idea. I don't remember where my mom got the hotel booking off or whatever. It was just, I think, off of Groupon or Travelocity or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. So we were sitting there, we were driving over to the hotel. We get to the hotel, and then we're like, oh, we go to check in and everything. And then we pull into the hotel, and then there's, these Ghostbuster cars and, these Power Ranger shit and, Star Wars shit, and there's people dressed up as, stormtroopers and, all these, Marvel comic heroes and crap and stuff. And, we were like, what the heck? We were like, there was, Ghostbuster cars and cars from Ghostbuster and all this kind of crap, and we're like, what is all this stuff from? So then, we're like, what the heck did we just drive into? So then we go into the hotel. And then there's the sign that says sci-fi speed dating. I'm like, what is this? Right when you walk in, we go to the desk or whatever, and then we ask what was going on. And there's there's this huge Comic-Con event going on at the hotel. We had absolutely no idea about this. Literally, we pulled in, we had no idea that there was actually a Comic-Con going on. So, we go in it, we get up there, the hotel was huge. It was an extremely nice hotel, and we didn't pay much for it at all. So, it was a 16-story, 18-story, I don't know, it was 20-story. It was a huge hotel. And it's one of those hotels where, the elevator, it's an elevator. It's a clear cylinder too. But the hotel rooms are all on the outside. It's a big open circle. So the hotel rooms are all on the outside of the building, like a square, and then the inside is completely open. The inside's a complete open drop, and then there's the elevator on the sides for the room. So the rooms are all on the outside of the building. There's nothing in the center. It's a hollow center. So they had that. Anyways, I'm just trying to give you guys a visual of what the hotel is like. So we were there, and then we go in to check in our room or whatever, and then we figure out more and more that this is actually a huge Comic-Con event. There was a whole convention going on. There was people dressed up like stormtroopers. There was people dressed up like Marvel superheroes. There was people literally dressed up like every freaking Comic-Con comic event that there was possible. So then, we were like, what the heck is this? And then there was sci-fi speed dating. There was this Starbucks in the hotel. That was really cool. But then there was this whole convention center. And then there were people selling this art and crap. That's where I got this Yoda poster. Literally, I just bought it because it was a cool memory. Honestly, those people were some of the funniest people I have ever seen in my entire life. Honestly, they were all really nice people, but they were some of the strangest people. We were there, and there was a guy there was a pool in the hotel, and there was this one guy that was there, and he literally, it was one night late at night, he was so drunk, he I don't even remember, he was he went into the pool, and he broke a glass cup on the outside of the pool, and then he got arrested because he was drunk, and he was swearing at people, he was hitting the cops and stuff, and when we were there were some of just the strangest people. They were dressed up in stormtrooper costumes, and it was just some of the strangest people I have ever seen in my entire life. There was a whole game room, and, it was just weird. We had no idea, too. That was the strange thing. We had absolutely no idea. We had no idea. There was nothing, no news about it. There was no, itinerary. When we went to the hotel, there was nothing about an event happening. It was just there when we got it. Sorry, my glasses are on. I need to get my glasses fixed because they're really bugging me. But it's we had no idea about this whole event, and we got there, and we're like, what the fuck did we just walk into? I mean, honestly, it was one of the funniest experiences I've ever been in my life. It was 3 years ago, so I don't remember, obviously, every single detail. It probably was actually more than 3 years ago. I don't know. But literally, it was just weird because there were so many strange people, and there was literally people everywhere. The hotel was honestly almost just as entertaining as the game because there's people watching. If you guys have ever gone to a big city like New York and just people watch, it's one of the funniest things ever. Just to see what these people do. Like, I mean, they were all nice, but I mean, there was just some really, really strange people. And they had, like, sci-fi speed dating where, like, they'd have people, like, dressed up as, like, Yoda and, like, all that crap from, like, I don't know what movies, but, like, they had people dressed up like stormtroopers and, like, other, like, Star Trek crap and just every pretty much comic book and everything. And they were, like, dressed up doing that sci-fi speed dating thing, all dressed up. And, like, I mean, the people, it was a strange experience. Like, I remember Logan, like, he hid behind a corner and, like, he thought it was, like, me or my cousin, and he went to scare us. And it ended up not being one of us. He jumped out and he was like, booga booga, like, to some random stranger, and it ended up not, he thought it was one of us. It wasn't, it ended up not being one of us, and, the person, like, freaked out at him, and there was just some weird people in the elevator, like, they were just, like, all dressed up, and then they're, like, yell at us, be like, why are you guys here? We're like, we're going to a Lions game, and they're like, you're not here for the Comic-Con convention? Then we're like, yeah, we had no idea that there was a Comic-Con convention. Like, Comic-Con convention. It was, like, a huge, like, they had a whole showroom and everything. Like, there was these vendors selling, like, prints of, like, drawings they drew and, like, pins and, like, cups and, like, really anything you wanted. Like, it was just a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, it was cool, but it was so strange. I mean, honestly, I'd go again just to people watch, because that was one of the most entertaining things I've ever, like, seen. It was just weird, because we had no idea, which was even the funny thing, that we had absolutely no idea at all that there was anything like this going on. So that was just more of the, like, the surprising part. We didn't know what was happening, and, like, just some of the people were, I mean, obviously hilarious, as I've said, and they were just, people were weird, honestly. Like, I don't know. Like, no shots fired if you guys enjoy that Comic-Con stuff. That's just not something I enjoy, me personally. But, I mean, I guess if it's, I mean, I don't know. I mean, everyone's interested in their own things. But, like, it was just weird, guys. I had really no idea what was going on. Like, all the people were really nice. There was really nobody that was mean. Like, literally, there'd be people out till midnight at night, like, dressed up in their costumes, like, role-playing. They had, like, the live-action role-playing crap there, too, down below in, like, the main floor. And that was just weird. It was, like, you know, where they have, like, that LARP or whatever it's called, where the people, like, go in the park and, like, dress up, like, not Mortal Kombat, the World at Warcraft or whatever, and, like, hit each other and shit. Like, they had, like, that with, like, stormtroopers and crap. Like, I don't know. It was a really weird experience. Sorry about the little lag right there, guys. I don't really know where I'm going with the rest of this. I'll just drag this out so we can finish the game, because it's a really close game. But, like, honestly, I really don't know what to say, but I remember, like, Logan and my cousin were, like, really pissed off, and we had to park under if you guys have ever been to Detroit, do not park in, like, the state, like, the Comerica Park in Ford Field. The parking there is complete jank. Like, it's awful. We had to park under a forklift once, because the parking, literally, like, there's all the old buildings and crap that just sit there, and then there's no parking for the two stadiums, especially, like, you don't want to hit it, like, where there's a Comerica Park game at, like, 1, or if there's a Lions game at 1, if there's a Tigers game at, like, 4 or 7, you do not want to go then. That's a complete awful time to go. But yeah, guys, this gameplay's almost over. There's, like, 20 seconds left, and we ended up losing there. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little Comic-Con story. There wasn't a ton. I remember it was just a weird experience. I loved it, though. Anyways, guys, it's been Manuel King Clutch here. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, and peace out, guys. Thanks.